In 2003, Queen Elizabeth's husband, Prince Philip, met with then President Olusegun Obasanjo in Abuja. During this meeting, Obasanjo was, of course, dressed in Nigerian clothing. You know, he had to represent. Now, Prince Philip told him, "You look like you are getting ready for bed." Can you imagine? Political influencers often casually play into racist stereotypes of the African continent. Sometimes these options are well grounded, but are poorly worded, and still they elicit a surprise reaction from everyone who gets to hear them. Here are our top scandalous and tone-deaf quotes about the African continent. Number 1, Bill Gates is blunt about the state of affairs in Nigeria. In March 2018, the world's richest man, Bill Gates, visited Nigeria. At the expanded National Economic Council meeting in Abuja, Gates voiced his opinion about the progress the Nigerian government has made regarding health. He said Nigeria is one of the most dangerous places in the world to give birth, with the 4th worst maternal mortality rate in the world. 1 in 3 Nigerian children is dead as soon as they're giving birth to. He said, and one of those children are also chronically malnourished. Gates' conclusion was that Nigerian government needs to do better in these areas. So far, the Bill and Melinda Gates Foundation has invested around 1.6 billion in Nigeria. Number 2, President Trump and his shithole nations comment. In January 2018, US President Donald Trump faced harsh criticism for his remarks about African migrants. Speaking at a meeting dedicated to the Deferred Action for Childhood Arrival, which is known as DACA, he referred to people coming to the US from Africa as coming from shithole countries. Later, he denied using such language, but those who witnessed him said they confirmed that he used such languages. Number 3, Obama on African leaders who refused to step down. In 2015, the immediate past US President Barack Obama famously visited several African countries. He addressed the 54 members of the African Union in Addis Ababa, Ethiopia. He said nobody should be president for life. I don't understand why people want to stay so long, especially when they have got a lot of money. He said sometimes you will hear leaders say, I am the only person who can hold this nation together. If that is true, then that leader has failed to build their nation, Obama said. Well, 3 years on, we can see that some changes have happened in that department. Number 4, Donald Trump weighs in on corruption in Africa. Donald Trump is known, the US president, he's known for his ambiguous commentaries on political matters. In 2013, then President Barack Obama, he greenlit the Power Africa initiative. This was an initiative designed to help the energy sector of several sub-Saharan nations. The US was to put in $7 billion. These countries included Tanzania, Uganda, Nigeria, Kenya, and Liberia. To this occurrence, Trump tweeted that every penny of the $7 billion going to Africa, approved by Obama, will be stolen. He generalized a continent of over 50 nations just because he had hatred for one man. Sad. Number 5, famous US gun expert on colonialism. Jeff Cooper is considered to be a pioneer in the use of handguns in the US. He was a recognized gun activist and was also an author. He was also a racist and misogynist, amongst other things. In one of his columns, he had this to say about Mozambique. He said colonialism has a bad reputation in the modern context, but colonial Africa was a far better place for both black and white before the colonists gave up. Cooper once suggested that Africans from South Africa's Gauteng province should be called Orang Gautengs. Can you imagine? Politically, it seems that China, Russia, and their allies are difficult targets. The Middle East and its oil are also untouchable, but the African continent and its poor, struggling democracies are easy to focus on and to exploit. This is the sad state of things that is happening today. Do Africans agree with some of the most sensible and justified remarks by more developed powers? Of course, certainly they do. But at the same time, Africa is a continent of many different countries with different dynamics and needs. We Africans would very much like to set our own priorities at our own pace and be the narrators of our own story. Like this video and subscribe to our unbelievably awesome YouTube channel. Also, watch our handy guide on how to be an African president. I'm sure that is one you do not want to miss. And we have some true African wisdom for you in our clip on amazing African proverbs and inspiring quotes. Guys, do not forget, make sure you subscribe to our YouTube channel.